Because I remember I was playing left wing and ManLikeHakz was right back. So I was talking to ManLikeHakz and he seemed like a sound guy. And then Jeremy Lynch, I remember being a fucking bellend. What a bellend that guy is.
Wembley Cup, because you were involved in that.
Yeah,
beside Cafu.
Yeah, actually, I was like sitting across from Cafu, about 3 spaces. Cafu, just Brazilian dong, just swaying from side to side, about 9 inches thick.
When I asked
World Cup winner, just slapping you.
I asked him. I went, oh, how is Cafu? He went, he's got a massive dick. I went, no. I said, I meant like, how was he? Like,
he's got great ball control and he's a good footballer too.
For fuck's sake. Serious?
Oh, mate, just swinging from left to right.
That's terrifying.
I know, I was like, no wonder he's got a football, 3 legs. So basically Wembley Cup, that was mad. Like, I feel like this topic's been done to death.
It has, especially over the last 2 weeks, which is like 2 years late. Which is mental.
I think it was because all that footage came out with how he was. But like, I just remember Jeremy Lynch, like, because I remember I was playing left wing and ManLikeHakz was right back. So I was talking to ManLikeHakz and he seemed like a sound guy. Oh. He seemed like such a sound guy. We're little football friends. On the he was just mentioning stuff. I was like, oh, like, I think he complained about the ref or something. I was like, oh, well, what the fuck? I don't really care what you're going on about, but yeah. And then he seemed sound. And then I just
not like EXO to complain about the refs.
You know, so that's time. I just remember him, and then Jeremy Lynch. I remember being a fucking bellend. What a bellend that guy is. But and I remember after the pitch, we all went into this after party bit, which you could only get in if you actually went there, and like other people were there as well. And I always remember, obviously F2 won it. Jeremy Lynch was walking around with the trophy with a hat on, a grey hat with Supreme written on, just in case you didn't know that he was rich. And I remember he would go up to people with the trophy. He came up to Kyle, and he was like, just want a photo with me and the trophy, lads. Can you imagine being that?
That's so embarrassing.
And we were like, look.
What was, and when he was saying it, was he saying it like, oh, do you want a photo? Or is he just
no,
like,
you know he did that with full chest.
No. So one of my mates tried to like I think he thought with the trophy. So one of my mates, and he was like, no, like you know, like grabbing the trophy, like no, like with me and the trophy. So Kyle got one and took the piss. Like we'll put it on screen if we need to. But the caption. But it was like he was trying to show it off as if this is what I've won. Which is, do you not think that's
Champions League?
It's fucking weird, man.
You've beat Cal Freezy and a team called Rebel FC. If I'd beat a team called Rebel FC, do you think I'd rant about it?
Yeah, I know. It's one of these things though, and I can understand it, and I'll tell you why. If you were a failed footballer and you now have to play against YouTubers, you would do everything in your power to give yourself validation. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's definitely small man syndrome when it comes to a lot of that.
No, I think after the final, he was actually like putting the ball on the corner box and going, "Look, lads, watch these free kicks."
Like you went from being the best on the ball player at Arsenal to then having to dribble past Stephen Tries. You know what I mean? If you were a failed footballer and that's what you had to do for your
Don't
career,
do that to him. Don't do that to him.
Oh, no, because it would do something to you, wouldn't it? Like,
yeah, of course it would. If you were a failed footballer, now you have to play against YouTubers to prove your validation, not only to yourself but to others. You do everything in your power to.
But even when you're not one of the best players on the pitch, when in the Wembley Cup,
who's better than them?
Stephen Tries.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, sure.
No, but he wasn't actually one of the best players on the pitch. But I just remember, anyway, I remember a big crowd being around Stephen.
Not on the pitch, just on the ball.
Just on the ball. I remember a big crowd being around Stephen, and then I don't know. He was like, I saw bickering, but I didn't know what was going on because I was like necking them down.
Having a rap battle.
I was having a rap battle. Like that. And then all I remember is Brian, just someone told him, and then he just went,
"Is everything all right?"
Oh, that was the funniest part.
And then he just walked over like RoboCop and just went, like Moses with the Red Sea, and just separated everyone, went, "Is everything all right here?" And then I don't think anyone's actually talked about this. He took them out. There was like an outside bit next to the toilets where it was Brian, Stephen, hashtag Harry, random one. And I forgot, I think it was Lawrence, and because I came out like 5 minutes later, and I just remember Brian being absolutely raging, like trying to figure out who it was, because no one knew who ManLikeHakz was at this point. Like now everyone knows who he is, but no one knew like he was a person until like the actual I remember on the bus, I'm going all over the place with this, but we were on the same bus with the F2, and I remember Stephen playing, I think, wait, was it me? Well, someone put the disc track on the speaker, and they're at the front of the bus. I remember them all turning round, and I thought something was going to kick off then. And I remember ManLikeHakz turning round because he had his fucking like snapback on, even though he's like fucking his age, 4 years old.
Fantastic.
Still stuck in 2008.
Brilliant.
But that's the first time I like noticed him. But from that, I think it's exactly what you said. You would be raging if you were once a failed footballer
and get mocked by YouTubers.
Yeah, but I thought Brian was going to knock him out. I honestly thought Brian...
Hacks or Lynch?
The whole fucking squad just
would have
went...
all out, just go boom. He is like a man mountain, isn't it?
Yeah, but the good thing about Brian is he's like...
He kept his cool.
Do you know people that are... There's people that think they're hard, that are like, I'll go up to people like ManLikeHakz, but he's one of them people that is actually hard.
He seems like he wants to stop the fight happening rather than start the fight. He wants to stop the fight.
He could have knocked out anyone there.
But that's what it is, you know, when you know, like, you can piss me off, but like if you piss me off, that is your problem.
Exactly.
As opposed to like, don't piss me off, man.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
See, that's a good thing to have, isn't it?
Definitely a very good thing. But you also have to be like 6 foot 100 and 150
You've got to have a
pure
camp head as well.
No, not me.
There's a reason why ManLikeHakz is the way he is, and the way that Brian is the way he is, and partly it's just purely genetic. Like when you look like that and you act like that, that's probably how it's just going to be.